What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel once again. In this video I want to keep it short and sweet. I hope you guys are doing well, by the way. This video I want to go over my 16 port gigabit Ethernet PoE unmanaged switch. So this is what it looks like. So let's just get into it. So I figured I'd set the mood and get the top off the 3060 Founders Edition rig. This is my favorite rig right now. Probably soon to be my second favorite rig, because once I get those 3070s in a server case, that'll pretty much be my favorite rig. Those 3070s are so efficient, and as well as these 3060s. I mean, they're pretty much on par with each other. The 3070s I would feel are just a little bit better in my opinion, and everyone else says the same thing as well, but you know, to each his own. But I guess let's just get started. I want to go over this 3070 for the Win 3 EVGA card. This thing is not working. I'm in the process of RMAing it. I ended up registering it through EVGA, and I did buy this card brand new. I bought it from a scalper, and everything was sealed and still had the plastic on everything. Actually, I just realized right here, there's still some plastic. I did not know there was plastic here, but I'm hoping they'll accept it. I don't have any receipts or anything like that. At the time, I did pay, I think it was $1,050 I paid for this card, and this is when Ethereum was at like $4,000. This is when profits were just out of this world. I mean, just on Ravencoin itself, I mean, I can make like $3 or $4, maybe a little bit less than that. But yeah, this is the LHR card. So what happened was, it was a bad thunderstorm, and guys, I always suggest when you're shutting your rigs down, always stop it from mining. Wait a little bit, let the cards cool down just a little bit, probably no more than, you know, 5 minutes, I would say. That's just my opinion, but that's what I usually go for. And then I actually shut it down from there. But hopefully they'll accept it. I'm crossing my fingers, because I pretty much haven't even RI'd on this card. I mean, right now, I'm not even thinking about RIing. This is more long-term for me. But let's just get started into this Netgear switch. So I did end up going with a Netgear 16-port unmanaged PoE switch. Reason for that being is because if I do decide to add some cameras down the line, I could utilize some of these Ethernet ports to power on the cameras. PoE stands for Power over Ethernet. So I'm glad I can use that, or I can even use it to, you know, even power on, you know, like Ethernet, a router if need be, which most likely I'm going to have to do that anyways. Once I call the internet service to come out and give me a quote, I do want to sign like a contract with them. I did see that for me, I could go with Frontier, and they have like a bunch of different options where I could get like, you know, 1 gigabit service. I think it was like $50 a month, and you can sign a 3-year contract. They have another option, which I don't know, I'm kind of leaning towards, but I'm not exactly sure, especially with the bear market. I'm trying to not spend so much money, but they have another service where you get like 2 gigs, but for $159. That is literally the cheapest option I've seen. I can't get Verizon or AT&T. They just don't do service in my area. No big deal, but I might end up playing with that option, or maybe I can, you know, figure out some type of way where I can meet in the middle or something like that. But I do want to sign a longer contract, because after the time expires, they end up jacking the price up for no apparent reason. Just, it's usually a promotional type of thing, but we'll see what happens. Just before the electrician actually starts powering on the shed, I will have to call them, get them out here, and we'll cut the service we have in the house, and then we'll go from there. And then I have to like maybe get like a separate router to the house and get a certain amount of internet for the house, and then the rest will go to the shed. Don't tell my wife I said that, but I have better internet in the shed. I need more internet. This thing is really cool. The reason I bought it is because the whole color scheme. I love this whole gunmetal color, and you know, it's just exactly what I need, and it's still cheap enough. I mean, I could have went with, I think it was TP-Link, and got 16 ports for $100, but I figure, you know, Netgear they're a reputable company, so I figure I'd go with them. A lot of people have Netgear, so I'd go with that and buy this instead. But I guess that's it. Quick update on the Electrician. So pretty much I did get a quote. I went through probably 7 or 8 electricians, and it's just been a huge roller coaster. I've been super stressed about it, because I'm like, this thing, I wish I would have started to find an electrician when I started the process of building the shed. I mean, that's just one regret, but I never knew that this whole process would literally be a process. I figured, you know, people need the business and they need money, so I could get 2 or 3 electricians, come out of here, no problem, give me a quote, and you know, I picked the best one that suits best for me. But the quote that I did get from the electrician I really did like was over $15,000. I want you guys' suggestion in the comments down below. What you guys think? Pretty much, in my opinion, it's way too much. I did tell him, hey, you know, scratch off some of the things I really don't need, like one of them being like floodlights that I put outside on the shed. So when I walk up to the shed, it's another type of security. So, you know, if the lights turn on, I know somebody's there. But another thing was I did want to install like an industrial light inside the shed. I also told him to scratch that out and scratch out the outlets for that light as well. Maybe that would save me a couple bucks. And another idea we did come up with was that I can actually put the conduit myself, install that, and all he has to do is just come, and that saves him a lot. That saves him probably 2 hours of work. So, and then all he has to do is just run the cables in there. So he came back to me with another quote of $14,175. I pretty much only saved $1,500. Now, maybe I was a little optimistic and I was thinking I could save $3,000 or something like that. Then I'd possibly go with it. But after hearing that next quote, I was like, man, I'm gonna have to find somebody else. So I do have another guy that's probably gonna come. Well, not probably, he will come on Monday of, I think it's the 29th of August. So, and I actually have to pay for that. This is a bidder company, so I'm hopefully they can give me a kind of a better deal. I'm assuming they order in bulk or something like that, but I guess we'll wait and see. And then I do plan on this whole week getting as many electricians as I can get to the house, because I need this thing up and running. I'm burning even more power by running these things in the house. And there's certain time of the day, like I might actually have to turn a rig off or two, because it being in the house, it's pulling out so much power that it's actually putting a lot of heat in the house. The air conditioning cannot keep up. And I was hoping by July I would have had this thing up and running, but obviously that's not the case. But like I said, I don't want to go on a huge rant about this. I hope you guys liked the video. I suggest if you guys are running, multiple rigs, do consider going with a switch, in my opinion. And whatever works best for you. I think they have 4-port switches or something like that, but most routers tend to have about 4 ports on them. I will leave a link down in the description if you guys are interested in this Netgear 16-port PoE unmanaged switch. So do check that out. And I will keep you guys updated on that card if they actually will RMA the card for me. Like I said, I'm crossing my fingers on that. But as always, guys, take care of yourselves and be safe out there.